So I'm here again today. I decided to make another video today just because it felt so good to make a video yesterday. And one thing about me, I like to get ahead of the scandal before anybody, because I already know how y'all like to act. Every time a woman gets on the internet and like feels good about herself, y'all like to come and like ruin that. And I would just like to say, it's too late, babe. It's too late, babe. I already believe in myself and I already love myself and I already there's nothing that you can say to make me feel bad about myself, because I started telling myself, I got into a relationship. I can't even really tell you where the mindset came from, but I got into a relationship maybe years ago, a couple years ago, and I just was like, he has to be mean to me. I just started telling myself, I irritate people so bad, because my thing is I'm not gonna say I just don't ever talk trash about people, you know, but I don't usually call people ugly, because I feel like ugly is in the eye of the beholder. If you believe that you're ugly, you're probably ugly. You're probably ugly, you know? So I feel like people who have to tell, I always feel like if you have to tell somebody else about themselves, unprovoked, it's usually probably a projection, you know? I'm not ugly, you are. And also I was thinking about this when I came in here, because I knew I was gonna make a YouTube video. I was just like, bro, I feel like you don't really know the value that you have until you leave, you know? Until you start leaving. And I'm not listen, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn or be like, oh man, you know, it's just something about me that makes people because I think obsession in a relationship is dangerous. I do not promote obsession in a relationship. I think everybody involved in a relationship should be invested heavily in themselves, you know? I don't think that it should be I never get into a relationship, you know, all of these that's why like I said, I don't participate in the internet discourse, because I think y'all are I think it's a distraction from yourself, you know? I am so invested in myself. I love myself. And so even today, I was thinking bro, I need to get off the internet. And coming to the library is so nice, because there's books everywhere. It's just when you're in a library, you can't really be bored, you know? Bored enough to scroll on your phone. They got books in here, they got puzzles, they got an event going on downstairs, you know? But it's just back to what I was saying. I don't think being obsessed with your partner, or you know, and I'm not doing this to brag. I'm not doing this to brag. I'm not saying this to brag, but it's just I find myself in relationships where the person that I'm dating is very heavily invested in what I'm doing. But that's also because I was telling y'all, I'm a very self-absorbed person, which is why I was honestly, most of my relationships do not work out, because I said, I'm a leaver, I leave. But I also have been able to become more confident in myself as I leave situations that are not working out for me, instead of staying in a place and figuring out what can I change about myself to make this work? What can how can I stay in it? Babe, I'ma leave. I dropped out of college, I leave. Relationships, I do not stick around to find out oh, will this get better? You know, one thing about me, I say this to myself all the time, I have to save my own day. If I'm having a bad day, I have to save my own day. Nobody else is gonna make this better. when I get to a point where it's just like I feel like nothing's working, you know, like I'm gonna find something that works. And so back to what I was saying, like I don't think obsession is healthy, but I will say I've never ever left a relationship and my ex leave me alone. And now let me repeat that, because you know, but that's also just because I feel like I genuinely, like, I don't know, you know, they like energies are like I think energy is real. Like I have, you know, like this whole like nonchalance thing is like so popular on the internet, and I'm not gonna tell y'all how to be nonchalant. It's just some things, like if you ain't got it, you're not gonna get it. Like you can't fake the funk, you feel me? So my thing is like I don't come here like, I'm not about to teach y'all how to like fuck people over or nothing, but it's just like, even if the relationship ends on bad terms, all of my exes always call to see, like, I have a guy who I dated when I was 21, I'm 25. I'm telling you, we broke up when I was like 21 years old. There hasn't been a single year he don't call my phone. Not a single year, I'm telling you. And I'm not saying this to like, it's not even like, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying this, like, even in those relationships, it's like in that specific relationship where I left because like I felt like I was not being like valued at the level that I deserved. And I could get into I could get into it. I don't really care to. I don't. Like, I'm not about to, it's not about that, but I'm just saying, like, when he walked away from me, I was like so heartbroken and like thinking like, what is it about me? What is it about me? What is it about me? But when I refused to kind of like play the game, like, you know, take the calls and like do the whole like on and off again thing, when I was just like, okay, this is over, it's over, that's when I was like, so it wasn't me. And at that moment, when I realized, like, from him, like, it's not me, like, I became significantly more powerful that day. And it's just like from then on, I kind of realized like, oh, I can do whatever I want, kind of. And like, there was like a freedom that like opened up inside of me where I was like, oh, I don't have to change myself. Like, I don't have to like, because I kind of have like an alternative, like, I'm very like, even when I was younger, like I listened to like Paramore, like I was into Nirvana, like, you know, I'm black from the, like, I moved around a lot as a kid, so like I can't really say like that I'm a hood baby or like from the suburbs or whatever, because I did both. Like I actually feel like I had a healthy amount of both. Like when I was in elementary school, it was like in all of my stages in school, except for high school. No, high school I did do like, it was very suburban. I only went to suburban high schools, you know. But like, I feel like once you get into high school, like, I feel like it's really no, like, you can't really, like, at that point, like, you kind of grown already. But when I was like in elementary school, I was like, I was at a school in a very urban area, and then I was at a school in a very suburban area, you know? So I got the best of both worlds in my really formative years, you know? So that being said, like, I have all of these different things about me. I lost my train of thought again, child. What was I talking about? Anyways, so I just am saying that to say, like, leave. Like, sometimes, like, people be so like invested in where they are. Like I don't think that there's any amount of anything that can like make me stay in a place where like I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, you know, like, as soon as I don't want to be there, like, I leave. Like, when I was in college, I went to school for education, and like, I actually sometimes I think like, oh, bro, like, I probably should have stuck it out, just got the degree and like went for it. But like, man, if I had stayed in college, I probably wouldn't even be here today, you know? Like, there's so many things that I probably would not have done if I got my degree. And like, when I dropped out of college, there was people being like, oh, I'm so disappointed. Like, people were asking me like, what are you gonna do now? Like I felt like a lost cause. But ever since I left college, the world has like opened up to me. And so I say that to say, like, don't get so caught up in like where you're at in the moment. Like, sometimes you don't see your value until you walk away. Like, sometimes you don't, you think like, I'm in this relationship and I feel like I'm doing everything to like make this work. But are you really doing everything? Because you're still there. Sometimes leaving a situation will make it work out way more than like staying there and like straining to make it work. So I'm having a cappuccino today. I am in my black and white. This is like one of my favorite shirts. I got this from thrifting in New York. I'm wearing these plaid pants. I also, you know, if you would like to see the full outfit, I wore these in my summer wardrobe lookbook from a year ago. And I have these toe shoes, which, like, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. These are a size 10. I wear like a 9.5, and they hurt. Like, they hurt. Like, when I first got them, bro, they hurt so bad. But you really, like, yeah, these are some shoes, like, you gotta break them in, babe. Cause I don't even know. I don't think that they come in half sizes. What are these? Vibram toe shoes, 5 fingers. I don't think they come in half sizes. I do recommend them though, because they're very comfortable now. But you gotta get through that part, because they used to be like, baby, they used to be burning my toes. Like, my little pinky toe, I used to be like, dang. I don't know, but I really held out. Like, you really do gotta hold out. They'll mold to your foot, and I think that they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. I love these shoes. I try to wear them every time I can, but you know, like, that's another thing. It's like, people did the same thing to me with Crocs, because like Like I said, I grew up in the suburbs, baby. I was wearing Crocs when I was like in 5th grade. I was wearing, before that, we had Crocs when I was in 3rd grade. 1st, 2nd grade. Crocs ain't nothing new. And so like, college hit, and I remember there was this girl who used to be like, I used to wear, like I had 2 pairs of Crocs. I had a pair of yellow Crocs and I had a pair of white Crocs. And like, oh my God, they used to laugh at me. Oh, them yellow shoes, you walk around looking like Sponge, but like, come on, just silly stuff. That first semester, I wore them Crocs. Oh, I got made fun of so bad. Guess what? As soon as I dropped out, like as soon as I stopped living on campus, first off, like as soon as I stopped living on campus, what was the shoe of the year? That same girl, I'll tell you this, and I'm over it. Like I think she's a cute, sweet girl. But that same girl who told me, baby, we don't want to see them Crocs no more. Every time I seen the girl post something on the internet, she was in some Crocs. Every time I seen her in the calf, she was in some Crocs. I ain't never seen it. Like, I honestly was like, girl, do you have any other pairs of shoes? And so I'm just saying, like, sometimes you really do got to see your value in little ways. Like I said, like sometimes I be feeling like I really convince myself like when people are mean to me, it's because they have to be like that's their only way of like exercising that like this is like, you know how people are like, you have to move through emotions. Like people be wanting to like, you want to fake the funk so bad, like, you know, like, but people can like, we can all tell when you're faking it. We can all tell when you're not enjoying it. Like, you know, like, it's just, there's an energy to it. But like, I had got into my mind, like, maybe did it like, they cannot, like, they like, physically in their body, they cannot be kind to me, you know? So I was probably irritating her. Like, she was probably like, ugh. I wish she would start wearing them Crocs so I could stop, so I could get me some and wear them, and people don't be like, oh, you got them Crocs because of her, didn't you? You know, it's just little, you know? So, yeah. You kind of like, you literally set your value. You create the value. You set your value. Nobody else can do that for you. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Like, if you're not going, you're not going. If you're not going, you're not going. They can't make you go. They can't make you go. You can't, somebody can't tell, like, if you let somebody tell you what you're worth, even if you let somebody tell you what you're worth, you're the one who went. Because people tell me all day long, like, you ain't all, I'm gonna say, listen, all day long, I don't really have no haters, you know? I love to pretend like I got haters, but there have been so many people throughout my life who have been like, you know that, like, babe, you know all that, pipe down, you're not all that. My thing is if I let them tell me like, oh, you're not all that, and I believe them, I'm just as at fault, you know? I'm just as at fault. So, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for watching. There was I don't know, I was feeling kind of strange about like the selfish, the selfish conversation. I would like y'all to know, like, I'm not gonna tell y'all how to be in a relationship. I'm not gonna tell y'all how to get, how to get your significant, how to get people to be obsessed with you, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't, like, honestly, I'm quite past the point where I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care to run a grift on the internet, like, I don't really care. This is like, simply an outlet for me to, like, sometimes things pop into my mind and I just feel like I have to say them, Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not about to teach y'all how to, like, how to be the most attractive person when you walk into a room. Sometimes you just gotta be that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot, so you just gotta be that. Like, there are so many people who are, you're doing all this research on the internet on, like, how to be. Sometimes you just gotta be. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself I am, and then be it. There is no amount of, like, mimicry or, like, research that you can do on people. It's just, you gotta be. Like, unfortunately, I was given the opportunity to, like, really formulate an identity when I was younger because I moved around a lot. Like, cause I didn't really have a lot, like, well, I had friends, like, and I was able to, like, conform to my friend groups and stuff, like, just like any other kid, like, but also at the same time, like, I moved a lot. Like, I don't think I spent more than 3 years at any school in my whole entire life, like, time of, like, being at school up until high school. Like, even in high school, like, I probably, like, in high school, I came in the middle of 9th grade semester, and that, like, to the school that I graduated from. So, like, I had the opportunity to formulate an identity without, like, being amongst a bunch of people who I grew up with, and like I didn't really have, like, when I was younger, like, I never really got to formulate, like, like, I don't want to be the weird one out. Like, I always knew I was going to be a weird one out because they don't know me. Like, I literally just came to this school in the middle of the year. These people don't even know me, So I was always able to, like, kind of, like, change, instead of, like, having to be like, oh, like, I want to be liked. I want to be so liked, I'm thinking about, like, this age of social media that we're in right now. And like even amongst, like, my peers, like, where everybody, like, you get on the internet and, like, I don't want to make fun of people because it's like, people do what they, know, but, like, my thing is like, we're on the internet and, like you're literally just, like, every little, like, thing, like, is, like, grabbing at your attention. It's like everything, like, trends, and it's like outrage. It's like you see it, like, the hot trending thing of the summer, and you're buying it. 3 summers from now, you're not even gonna have that same thing that you bought from the trend. Like, you letting these people outrage you on the internet, and they don't care, baby. The check is gonna clear. Their check is gonna clear. That's my thing, is like, I never take the bait. I don't take the bait. I do not take the bait. So, I said that to say, okay, that's all I have to say today. I'm for real. Like, I really do have to you know, they give me 8 hours a day to do my real estate thing. And I realized yesterday, like, 8 hours is ridiculous. No matter how much I want to get this done, like, as soon as possible, it's 30 hours. Like, if it take me 3 hours a day, it's 10 days. Like, the most, like, it really couldn't take me more than like 2 weeks to do this if I really do it. And so, I will say that, like, I do, and like yesterday, and this is why I'm making another YouTube video. I really enjoyed yesterday, like, getting all of my thoughts out about whatever situation I'm thinking about right now, and then getting into real estate, like taking a couple hours to handle my business, you know? And then I got out DoorDash, made a couple dollars, even though, like, you know, I said I wasn't, but like, y'all also, when I DoorDash, like, I be so, like, I kind of get, like, take it very seriously because I'm like, oh, I need to get to 100, I need to get to 100. And then, like, whenever there's hindrances, I always, like, feel that, you know, like, I just be like, oh, bruh, come on, like, you know? But, so, yeah, I think yesterday was kind of like a really good day for me because, you know, I did say that, you know, I was in 2 relationships and I'm single now, but guess what? They still be calling, but like I said, do not take the bait. All right, that's it. Bye, y'all, because I gotta